You're ready. The Lincoln Heights regular council meeting is now in session. Today's date is Monday, November 22nd. The time is 7:32. Roll call, Ms. Randolph.
Mayor Mumphrey,
Present.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Present.
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber,
Present.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Present.
Councilman Durance Daniels. No response. Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Present.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell. No response. Mayor, we do have 5 who are present, 2 who are absent. We do have a quorum.
Thank you. I'd like to ask Reverend Collier from Mount Pleasant Baptist Church if he would like to do the prayer for us this evening.
Let us pray. Eternal God, our Father, we come tonight just to say thank you. Lord, we thank you for your goodness and your mercy towards each of us. Oh God, we just ask now as we've gathered here in this place to conduct the business, that you would just continue to lead and guide, and we'll be forever grateful. We give you glory, honor, and praise. And the people said amen.
Amen.
Thank you. Pledge of Allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All righty. Motion in order for acceptance of the agenda.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Motion in order for filing of the journal for the Committee of the Whole meeting minutes from November 8th and regular council meeting minutes from November 8th with any necessary corrections.
Motion. Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
I think before we continue, can we excuse Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell from the meeting since she did send in a notice that she would be out?
Yes, ma'am. Motion, okay, it's been moved in second. Roll call, Ms. Randolph?
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber,
Yes.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key.
Yes.
We have 5 votes, Mayor. I votes. We do have a quorum.
All right, thank you.
Madam Mayor,
Yes, ma'am.
can I motion that we excuse Daniels from the meeting as well tonight?
Is there a second? Is there a second? There's no second. Motion fails. Announcements. Councilwoman Childs Jeter, any announcement for you?
Not at this time. Can you come back to me?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. Let me say this. I want to thank Vice President Commissioner Reese for sending a couple of baskets out here for Thanksgiving to our citizens, and I appreciate it.
Okay, thank you. Any, Councilwoman Baber, any announcement for you?
No announcements, thank you.
Okay. Councilwoman Tanya Key,
No, ma'am. No, thank you.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson.
Yes, we received a card from the Cincinnati Circus Company. Would like to give a big thank you for choosing us for your entertainment needs. Please remember to use us in the future. We bring the fun. And it's signed them. They sent us a card.
All right, thank you.
That's it.
Okay. Ms. Powder, any announcements for you?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Okay, all right, thank you. I don't have any announcements at this time myself. So we're gonna go straight into our next topic, which is gonna be the speaker, Miss Stacy Purcell, is coming to speak on housing services. Okay, and could you just state your name and what agency you're with?
Yes, can you hear me okay with the mask on?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. My name is Stacy Purcell. I'm with Legal Aid Society of Southwest Ohio.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Floor is yours.
Thank you. So I'm here today because, as I said, I'm a staff attorney at Legal Aid Society of Southwest Ohio and also a Justice for All Fellow with the Ohio Access to Justice Foundation. And what that means is that I have a 2-year fellowship to work with legal aid, and my fellowship is specifically working in Cincinnati and Hamilton County, increasing and preserving homeownership in majority Black communities. And one of the communities that I'm hoping to work closely in is Lincoln Heights. So in my fellowship, I am looking to address any sort of legal needs that homeowners or future homeowners might have. That can take a lot of different forms. It could be pre-foreclosure and foreclosure representation, loan modifications, but it's also working with homeowners before they get to that point. So doing things like, particularly now, making sure that folks who are eligible are accessing the pandemic relief funds, and then also potentially making sure folks are signed up for utility and property tax assistance when appropriate, and helping to partner with some of Legal Aid's network for wills and estate assistance, and possibly creating new funds also for like critical home repairs or other funds for folks who want to become homeowners but might need more innovative types of lending or down payment assistance. So the reason that I'm here today is 2 reasons. I just listed a lot of things that I could do as part of my fellowship, and I'm looking for community feedback for tailoring what I can do to fit the needs of the community. And then also second, I'm looking for help to reach homeowners in Lincoln Heights. So I had talked to Councilwoman Mitchell about potentially doing a couple community events, maybe events where you could help me spread the word and get homeowners to come, and myself and possibly other legal aid attorneys could take referral forms for different types of representation, and then also different community education events. So whether that's about assistance programs or wills and estates or whatever other needs the community thinks are best, I'm really here to use my fellowship to serve the folks. So thank you.
Any questions?
Madam Mayor.
Yes. Yes, Councilwoman Baper.
Yes, thank you for coming. Will you be working with landlords?
No. My fellowship is specifically for representing homeowners and folks who want to become homeowners.
Okay.
Madam Mayor.
Yes, ma'am.
May I ask 2 questions?
Yes, go ahead.
My first question is, well, first off, thank you for coming. We
Thank you.
appreciate you for being here. Wills and estates assistance. Can you talk a little bit more about what that might look like, or is that just from individuals?
So that would be a portion that I would partner with. Legal Aid has a program called the Volunteer Lawyer Project, which works with private attorneys in the area to provide pro bono assistance for people looking for wills and estates programs. I'm not trained to do that myself. So that could be referrals to our volunteer lawyer project for specific homeowners or residents, and then also potentially like community educational events to develop, help people navigate the system by themselves.
And then my second question has to do with probate court. Do you assist families in probate court? Usually that's in our community, it's usually not the owner of the property, but their family members because they didn't have wills and estates established. But probate court has created a lot of loss of land in our community and homes. And that has been something that has plagued us quite a many years. And do you offer assistance with that with the family members who are involved in the probate situation?
So I think that would also go through the volunteer lawyer project that we work with. I myself do not work in probate court currently, but I'd be open to seeing if that was a possibility.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. I had a question. You had mentioned about critical home repairs. So I wanted to ask you a little bit about that. What does that look like as far as a homeowner? I know we've have had a home improvement program, and so through Hamilton County. Is that where the funding would come through, or how would they apply for that, or is it based on their income?
So the funding would not come directly from legal aid, so it would be working with other community partners for that, and I would be working to help connect folks to those programs. One that I know we've worked with is like People's Working Cooperatively. I know that this county also has some money, and then each of those programs would have their own specific income requirements. And then later on in my fellowship, I am hoping to work with legal aid's partners to create more opportunities for funding for home repairs.
Okay. All right. Any other questions?
One more question, Madam Mayor, if no one else at this time. So you have a 2-year fellowship. What happens when your 2 years is up?
So legal aid is committed to doing this work after my fellowship. I can't speak to specifically what I will be doing after my fellowship. I hope to still be working at legal aid and doing this type of work. But for the moment, we have funding specifically for me to be here for 2 years.
Okay. I think I had another question that has, I was just looking at pre-foreclosures and foreclosures. When I think about like liens on property, is there any resources for people that are wanting to help get liens off their property? Some is due to taxes, due to the IRS and other where they've gotten a judgment. Is there resources that you'll be able to work with them to try to what they need to do to get these liens off of them, off their property?
So it's something that I'd like to work on. I know specifically right now for property liens, we can do some work with the pandemic assistance programs. And then for other types of liens, I would like to do that work, but I can't speak specifically. It would depend on the instance.
Okay. All right, thank you. Yes, Ms. Giles Jeter?
Do you have a list that describes what you will be able to do that you can give to us around the table?
I do. May I go get it?
You sure may.
And I'm happy to email this to whoever would like it as well. But
Okay.
Thank you.
so what I'm passing around is it's a draft of a referral form, which could be used at either Lincoln Heights organizations where folks come and might be looking for assistance, or at a community event like I had spoken about earlier. And then also a guide that helps to explain a little bit more about what the specific boxes on that referral form mean. You will see that there's also a box there for tenants who have a court-ordered eviction complaint against them. That is not work that I would be doing specifically, but I would be able to refer it to legal aid attorneys who do represent tenants, and then they could hopefully represent those folks.
So, Madam Mayor, just one more statement while we're passing around.
Yes, ma'am.
St. Monica's Recreation Center has a staff member there. Her name skips me, but she's working with some of the senior residents who own homes, helping them with will and estate planning.
Okay.
And I know recently she had reached out. She's looking for a notary. So perhaps that's one of the organizations that you can partner with to help those individuals, because they come there at the rec center on a regular basis. That would be helpful, especially for will planning and estate planning,
Okay.
because probate issues
Yep.
plague our community, and being able to transfer wealth, which is your property, properly is going to be important
Yes.
moving forward. So thank you for that assistance in advance.
Yes. Thank you.
And,
St. Monica's.
St. Monica's
St.
Recreation Center, and I cannot think of her name off the top of my head, but maybe.
I'm sure I can find it, and if not, I will reach out to you.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Any more questions? Okay, all righty. Well, thank you so much. I'm gonna give you my
Thank you.
card. It has our email, and then there's other council member cards that are in the lobby. So keep that, and if you could send me some additional information.
Yeah. Is there a place where I could leave some of my business cards?
You can leave some right here so I can pass them around.
Yes. Okay. Yes, Vice Mayor.
Sounds like that might be something that we put with our information day that
Correct.
we had.
Yes.
Whatever we're calling it, our resident information retreat.
She's looking like, what do you say? She didn't hear you.
I don't have a name for it, but,
Thank you.
we don't have a name, not I.
Yeah, we're actually working on, go on. Okay. The Vice Mayor was saying that sounds like some information that we could give out to our residents. She is in the process of working with our village manager, all of us actually, on doing an informational session for our residents.
Okay.
Going, to
Does that
be
have a date,
determined the
or-
date,
Okay.
sometime next year. Is that correct, Vice Mayor?
Sure. Is it-
Yes. Okay, but thank you so much.
Thank you.
All righty.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, all right, what's next? All right, okay, next we have hearing from the residents. We are going to have Senior Pastor Jerry Collier of Towns Chapel CME Church. Following him will be Senior Pastor Anthony Collier, Mount Pleasant Baptist Church. So you're welcome to the mic.
Thank you so much. We give honor to God. I just want to take the privilege and honor to be here to announce or to say to the council, I'm the newly appointed pastor at Towns Chapel CME Church, or Christian Methodist Episcopal Church, right on Chamberlain Avenue. We have been assigned here. We've been here since October of 2020. But I'm looking forward to doing more things with the council and in the community. I served here some time ago in the late 80s, but now I'm back. But just looking forward to getting involved with the council and getting the church involved with the council, more involved than it is. Also reaching out to the rest of the churches, my nephew, Reverend Anthony Collier at Mount Pleasant, as well as the other churches, to create or recreate the church atmosphere in the community. One of the things that has always been a known fact is how important the church and the community is to each other. So I'm going to be working on reaching out to the other churches to reestablish or establish a interest with the churches, interest with the community, as well as an interest with the community. But I just wanted to come by and introduce myself and let you know that I will be working very closely with the community in the city of, in the village or city of Lincoln Heights.
All right. Thank you. Any questions, council?
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yes, and welcome to the village again.
Amen.
All right.
Did you bring your business cards?
No, I did not. I don't. I'm one of those that just give out numbers. I'll make sure that the mayor and anyone else will have my number. I don't have any business cards as of yet.
Okay. All right, well, thank you,
Thank you.
Thank you.
Senior Pastor Jerry Collier. Okay. Next, we'll have Senior Pastor Anthony Collier from Mount Pleasant Baptist Church.
It's a family thing.
You took the words out of my mouth. It's a family affair. Let me just say good evening to the council first off.
Good
I am the proud pastor at Mount Pleasant Baptist Church since August the 1st, 2021. I'm no stranger to Lincoln Heights. I also pastored previously at Towns Chapel, and while pastoring at Towns Chapel, I served as police chaplain and did some other work with the Lincoln Heights Police Department at that time. Now that we are back in Lincoln Heights, since I've taken over at Mount Pleasant, we have already established about 4 partnerships with other churches, other outside groups, working out all of the logistics to bring some other programs to the village. I also work in the funeral industry, so I'm connected all around, and I'm pulling in all the resources that I have to help the village. You all will be receiving something from me very soon. We are going to have a community block party kickoff where we'll be sharing a lot of information about some of the future programs that we're going to be offering, plus to get my name out there, my face back out in the community. So don't be surprised if you see me with my gym shoes and my jeans on, because we will be going door to door, just letting everybody know that we are back in the village and looking forward to helping build up the village of Lincoln Heights. And let me just throw this in. Let me thank the mayor for being with us 2 Sundays ago. We celebrated our Friends and Family Day, and she gave me this invite. So again, let me thank you for the invite.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Council?
Do you have your business card?
I did not go by the office, but I will make sure you have those tomorrow morning.
Okay. Councilwoman Key?
Thank you, Madam Mayor. I just want to say to both you and Pastor Collier, the other Pastor Collier, is to, we appreciate you for being in the village. We appreciate the work that you guys are going to do in advance. I would say maybe spend some time with the village manager to kind of take a look at a lot of the work that we are doing and wanting to do, and see how the church may be influential in some of that work. It's going to be great to be partners with our churches, and I think they do a fantastic job of working with the village as well. But as we strengthen those partnerships, it does nothing but increase the opportunities for our residents. And that's what matters the most, is how we can be impactful and make quality life changes for our residents. So thank you for your work.
And let me just also throw this out, and as the pastor, I can do that. Anytime that you all need Mount Pleasant, we are open and available. For whatever reason, just let me know, and we'll make it happen.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
All right, thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, both of you, for coming out. It was a pleasure having, enjoying the service of Friends and Family Day. You had a packed house. So, I know your doors are always open at both churches, so we are looking forward to seeing you in the future. And we're ecstatic that you reach out, make sure you reach out to our village manager. And if you want to come to our committee meetings, that's where a lot of work is getting done: economic development, safety, finance, recreation. All those committee meetings are working to improve the village. So we want to thank you for that, for coming. Okay. All right. Next is our regular agenda. Communications to council from the clerk of council, Lisa Randolph.
Thank you, Mayor. I wanted to share an email that I got today from the Metropolitan Sewer District of
Okay.
Greater Cincinnati. They wanted to make announcement of notice of public hearings. It's the 2022 operating budget, 2022 to 2026 capital improvement program budget. The Board of County Commissioners of Hamilton County, Ohio, will conduct 2 public hearings to consider MSD's proposed 2022 budgets. The first hearing will be held on Thursday, December the 2nd at 1:15 p.m. The second one will be Tuesday, December 7th at 1:15 p.m. Legal notices of these hearings are published in the Cincinnati Enquirer. The hearings will be held in person in room 603 of the Todd Platoon Center for County Government, which is located at 138 East Court Street, Cincinnati, Ohio 45202. For information about virtually participating in the public hearings, please visit Commissioners' Meetings website. Public comments may be also provided through the county's electronic public hearing website. Thank you.
Right, thank you. Thank you, Ms. Randolph. Okay. Communications from the mayor. I don't have anything to communicate at this council meeting, but I do want to recognize that and ask for everyone to keep the village residents in prayer. We've had a lot of deaths this last month, and we want to continue to keep all our residents during this time of bereavement in the village. So I just wanted to announce that. That's basically all that I have to say. Communications from the village manager, Joyce Paldreau.
Thank you, Mayor. I will be brief and just really would like to just highlight some of the actions that are happening in each of our pillars. I'm glad to announce that the Cincinnati Reds Community Fund came out Friday for their final site visit. We visited with the Healthcare Connection and here at the Village Hall, and we walked the building to look at opportunities that they may be able to assist us to be better. The land use study, we finalized that, and I believe it'll be going back to the Economic Development Committee to then move forward through council. In the Committee of the Whole, you heard from Mr. Bailey regarding our recommendation of PowerNet for our broadband Wi-Fi solution for the village. Under safety, we talked about getting cameras because there's some dumping going on in some of the areas in the village. We have talked with the county, and the county has a camera program that we'd like to utilize. We'll be bringing more details back to the council, what that entails and how we would roll that out, and if there's any other action that we may need to get from council to do that. In our previous safety meeting, I shared that we are discussing the sheriff's contract. Hopefully we will be in a resolution with the contract, the 3-year contract before the end of the year. I like to say we had a successful trunk or treat. I think everybody had a great time, and fun was had by all, even me. Under village infrastructure, we've been talking about this catch basin that's on Magnolia. We finally have gotten 3 quotes for it, and we will be moving forward with having that repaired. I think the residents on Wabash are a lot happier now. We were able to fill a lot of potholes on Wabash, and you'll continue to see that happening throughout the village. I did put in your packet in my report that there is a waterworks project going to happen on Adams Main Street and Lindy. the drawings are 60% complete. As I get additional information, I will pass it on to council. We engaged DSD advisors for the state capital budget, the request for $715,000 from the state capital budget. And it looks like, from all indications of people, I said that they seem to think that it's a good project and that we have a very good chance. I got an email today requesting for a presentation to present in front of the committee. So I just have to select a date to do that. The mayor and I are going to be doing some review of the website and hopefully improving that. So we're going to be working on that very soon. So you will may see some under construction and some improvements into the website as well. And then the final thing that I have, if you're interested in participating in the the media training, you still have time to say yes. We haven't scheduled a date for that. So if you are interested and didn't get an opportunity to let me know, you can do that. That's all I have, unless someone has a specific question that they have for me.
Yes, Vice Mayor?
I wanted to say on camera that I appreciate the cleaning of the brush on Dixie and whatever that other street is. It looks really nice. The service department did a great job with cutting down that tree and clearing that brush. It looks really nice. Thank you.
Thank you, Vice Mayor.
Thank you, Vice Mayor. I will let the Department of Public Works know.
All right, if there's no questions, is there a motion to accept Villager Powdrill's report?
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, no nays? All right, thank you. All right, next would be our standing committee report. Committee Chair, Councilwoman Tanya Key, will first give us a report regarding the Finance Committee report.
Thank you, Mayor. Finance Committee met on Monday, September 20th, 2021. And we looked at the reporting period from June and July. We partially looked at August, but I did not add August into this report because we did not complete look at August report. I believe the chair, Ms. Mitchell, will cover August. I'll go through the report and just give some highlights because it was a pretty lengthy meeting, and just letting the residents know if you wanted a copy of the report, you're more than welcome to get a copy of the report as well as the finance reports that were identified in the meeting. A couple of the items that were worth noting was the update on previous manager Rebecca Hawkins' payments to the village. There was quite a bit of discussion on that. At this time, she has not made payments according to the payment plan, but it doesn't appear that the village is in a position to kind of force her to make the payments according to the plan. So according to the finance director, Ohio, or actually it was the Hamilton County Court, they will determine fines for recovery and be pushing that forward. So we'll be looking at that matter. We'll continue to look at that matter. We made some suggestions as to perhaps what we can do from the village's perspective, getting with the solicitors, sending a letter, just to let them know that we should really be moving forward with making sure that she pays back what's due to the village. And my understanding is that she has 5 years to repay, and we're not at that 5-year mark, my understanding. So we'll continue to just look at that and talk about it until it's totally repaid back. We were looking at how do we notify the residents about how village money is spent. Ms. Powdrill will include that information in some sort of graphic so that the residents will know in a future community reporting tool, whether it's her annual report for the state of the village or in a newsletter. We talked about fencing in the back, and I believe the fencing is almost complete. The slats have been put in, and we're just doing a few more things to that. We also talked about banking, and I think the council has already approved, or I believe at the last council meeting approved the new banking features. Gave an update on public works, looked at the budget. We are still in budget talks. I think we should be finished shortly. Hopefully by beginning of December, we should be able to have our final budget down and sent down to the county. At the time, Councilwoman Phyllis Baber had inquired about recreation and looking at putting funds in the budget for recreation. So I believe in some of the talks that we had, that conversation came up again. I believe Vice Mayor Stinson was adamant about making sure that we are able to do that. Look at the finance report. The village manager made a commitment that finance reports will be sent out to the chair a week prior to finance meetings and be reviewed before they actually go out. So now we'll give some numbers just to put it on record. Our beginning cash balance of June 1st was $2,043,982. Our total receipts was $152,611. That was a 54% decrease from June of 2020. And then we also received some monies from the CARES Act at that time of $152,774. Our tax comparisons for June 21, we had an 8.9% increase due to business collections, which was up by 20%. So we want to send another kudos to Ms. D. Peterson for the work that she's doing with our tax collection. June expenses was $165,243. It was a 36% spending decrease from June of 2020. Our reconciled bank balance was $1,678,869. We also had for July, our beginning balance was $1,789,013. Our receipts was $339,872. There was a 69% increase compared to July of 2020 of $105,000. And that increase was due to our Ohio Business Gateway collections. We had higher collections at that point, and that we received at that time the American Rescue Act plan of $175,406. Our tax, once again, our tax for July, we had a 40.4% increase in total tax collection due to business declarations and timely payments. Looking at the reconciled bank balance for July 31st, $1.8 million. There was a discussion about on the check registry, an $800 check that was written out to D. Peterson. It was cleared up that was for reimbursement for items that she had purchased for the National Night Out. And of particular interest is that those funds were taken from the police department account. There is also noted that voided prior checks was on the report. And Ms. Pope gave information as to what those were. Again, that detailed information is in the report. The committee requests, we looked at some of the resolution authorizing the finance director to increase the appropriations. I believe those matters was cleared up as far as why those appropriations needed to be increased. It was not because we did not have funding. It was because we did not appropriate the right amount in those funds in order for her to receive the monies into those funds that were coming and expend them out. And then we talked about the tax budget for 2022. We talked about that a little bit earlier today. And we wanted to make sure that, wait a minute, tax budget was sent. This is a tax budget. This is not our regular operating budget. I remember that. Tax budget was sent down on July 20th, 2021 to the county. We did not have any action items other than follow up on a repayment for Ms. Rebecca Hawkins, and the recommendation to council was to accept the finance reports from June 2021 and July 2021. That ends the report for the finance meetings on the reporting period from June 21 to July 21.
So you need a motion to accept.
Yes, please.
So move.
Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor to accept the finance report?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, any nays? Ayes have it. Thank you. Great report.
Thank you.
All right, next, Councilwoman Tanya Key, Chair of Economic Development, will be giving us the report for September and October.
Thank you, Mayor. So the meeting for September, we met on September 7th. We had all members present. I believe we may have had one member that was absent. I don't have it on the report. Unfortunately, at that meeting, at the beginning of the meeting, we had some issues with our technology. Our clerk was not available to be at that meeting, so there was some notes that was taken. So for the residents who may want that detail, that information can be made available through the clerk's office. We talked about the Bean property. We gave some information that most of the lots for the Bean properties have been sold to a trucking company. And there was some couple parcels, so a couple questions about what may have been available, what may be left. Still unclear of all the details, but we will continue to get details on what's going on in that property. All we know is that I think the mayor indicated maybe 90% of the distressed vehicles were moved off of that property, which is a great thing. We continue to talk about the Port Authority, the MOU that's with the Port Authority. It's in its final drafting stage. There is information coming back with Mr. Desai and the Port Authority, so we will continue to let the committee know what's happening there. Community Wi-Fi, I believe we had a lot of conversation about that already, so I won't go over that. Looking at RFP, we talked about that for banking. Let's see. Some funding requests. Ms. Paldrill is doing a great job reaching out into the community to banking companies or banking organizations, helping us be able to collect funds to do some of the projects that we are talking about in economic development. So we're thankful for that. One of the other items is that we wanted to start bringing in the Planning Commission to have joint meetings with economic development because of the land use study work that was being done. And that continues to be the case. We will continue to work through that. Talked about Board of Commissions, that there's committees and commissions that have open spots. So we hope that our residents will be able to fill some of those spots. We had no action items that were discussed and no recommendations from that particular meeting that was discussed. And once again, the full report is available for anyone who would like to have a copy of it. If you reach out to the clerk's office, she'll be happy to give you a copy. That ends that report for September 21. I'll go straight into the October 21 report, Mayor, if you're okay with that.
Yes, go ahead.
Thank you. October 4th is when we met. All members were present. We also had our mayor, our clerk, as well as our planning commission, the chair, Ms. Dolores Lindsay, planning member Michael Harris and David Mitchell, and our village manager was also present. I apologize, I did not list it on the report. We wanted to recognize that the planning commission was there because of the work that was about to be done, and Mr. Steve Johns from the Planning Services Administrator of Hamilton County came and discussed the work that we have been doing over the past 6 months, which is land use study. We talked about the goals of the community, the zoning of the community, plan approval for the economic development and village council implementation plan, development strategy. There was a lot of good information that was shared. That PowerPoint is also available if any resident would like to have a copy of that. We're happy to get a copy of that as well. The mayor also discussed training sessions for the residents to participate in and also the village to participate in and the commissions and committees to participate in. And these are training sessions that will give us more information on items as it pertains to the land use study, as it pertains to zoning, as it pertains to economic development. I believe the vice mayor has talked about as well, having some sort of town halls or just getting our residents up to the point where the civic engagement is more. And we believe that training and giving them more details about what is happening in the village will make them more accessible to come to the village to actually talk about some of the things that they want because they're more empowered with the training. And at that time, there was no actions that was discussed and no recommendations that was discussed as well. So that concludes the report for economic development for October 2021.
Any questions? No questions. Motion to accept the economic development reports for September and October 2021.
Motion. Second.
It's been moved in second. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Okay, great, great report.
Thank you.
Okay, is there any old business? There's no old business. Okay. For new business, motion in order for the first reading of resolution number 2021 R29, resolution selecting the PowerNet as the Village of Lincoln Heights Wi-Fi provider for purposes of the Community Development Block Grant funding free Wi-Fi in public locations during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Madam Mayor, I move to read by title only.
Second.
It's been moved to read by title only. Moved in second. Y'all threw me off coming in together. Okay. Roll call, Ms. Randolph.
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber. I'm
Yes.
sorry. Thank you. Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter.
Yes.
Councilman Durance Daniels is absent. Councilwoman Tanya Key.
Yes.
Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell is absent. Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson.
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kenzie Mumfree.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes, 2 who are absent. The motion does pass. Village of Lincoln Heights, Hamilton County, Ohio, resolution number 2021-R-29. Resolution selecting PowerNet as the Village of Lincoln Heights Wi-Fi provider for purposes of the Community Development Block Grant funding free Wi-Fi in the public locations during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Any questions? Or there's no questions, motion to suspend the rules of resolution 2021 R29.
So moved.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter.
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson.
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kenzie Mumfree.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes, 2 absent. The motion does pass.
Motion to receive for passage.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter.
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson.
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kenzie Mumfree.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Motion to accept the emergency clause.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call.
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter.
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson.
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kenzie Mumfree.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
Vice Mayor.
I'd like to make a motion that we go into executive session to discuss employment.
Second.
It's been moved in second to go in executive session. Roll call.
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber.
Yes.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter.
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key.
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson.
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kenzie Mumfree.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
All right.
Are we inviting?
Okay, we're ready. The Village of Lincoln Heights regular council meeting is now back in session. Today's date is November 22nd. The time is 8:33. Roll call. Ms. Randolph?
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber,
Present.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Present.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Present.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Present.
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey.
Present.
We have 5 who are present. We do have a quorum.
Okay. Miscellaneous business?
Yes, Madam Mayor, I have some miscellaneous business. Yeah. As of, let me say January, I'm going to be stepping back into my old position as chairing the Respect My Block. And we will have those meetings every Tuesday, and that's where those educational pieces can come, and the public can come on the second Tuesday and maybe the fourth Tuesday, all according to how much we need to push out there. And I will be talking to Ms. Powell. So Ms. Stinson is very busy, and she's done a good job. And I want to thank her for stepping in there when I let it go. But I'm ready again.
All right, with that.
And I want all of council to work with me and be present at those educational pieces.
All right. Thank you, Councilwoman Jeter, for that. And I know the residents are probably looking forward to it because we got a little delay with COVID. So I know they're looking forward to a return for Respect My
Yeah,
Block.
we had built it up, and it was doing well.
Okay.
And I jumped ship. I'm back.
All righty. Okay, is there any other miscellaneous
Sure,
business?
I have some miscellaneous. I'd like to make a motion that we create an ad hoc committee for evaluation of the village manager.
Second.
It's been moved in second. Roll call. Ms. Randolph?
Councilwoman Phyllis Baber,
Yes.
Councilwoman Linda Childs Jeter,
Yes.
Councilwoman Tanya Key,
Yes.
Vice Mayor Jeannie Stinson,
Yes.
Mayor Ruby Kinsey Mumphrey.
Yes.
We have 5 aye votes. The motion does pass.
All right, thank you. If there's nothing further, motion for adjournment?
Motion.
Madam
Second.
I'm sorry, was there
Chair, you
anything?
don't recommend the committee names for record, or what do you do
I'd like
with
to
that?
recommend a couple of people for the ad hoc committee. I'd like to recommend Councilwoman Laverne Mitchell and Councilwoman Tanya Key.
Second.
All righty. Have that down. I recommend, can I recommend? And I'll be a part of that as well.
Sure, you gotta be a part of it.
And the mayor. Yeah.
And the mayor.
And the mayor.
Okay. Sorry about that. All right. All minds are clear? Okay.
Motion for adjournment?
Is it-
Motion.
Okay, it's been moved in second for adjournment. All in favor?
Aye.
Good night.